What's up, world? APW Sports signing in for another video. Today, we're going to answer the question, should Cam Newton be acquired by the Chicago Bears this offseason? Now, Cam Newton is currently out for the rest of the 2019 season due to a foot injury, and on Instagram he kind of posted that his time in Charlotte could be over with, and there's been a bunch of teams that can use his services, as the Broncos, the Bears, Miami, and teams that really need another quarterback. But we're only going to talk about one of those teams in this video. We're going to talk about my Chicago Bears and should they acquire him. Now, the Bears quarterbacks have been struggling this season. Both Trubisky and Daniel both have not been very productive this season, despite Mitch Trubisky throwing for 3 touchdowns against Detroit last week. I am on the record to say I still don't 100% believe in him, and there's question to where should he be the starting quarterback heading into next year, or will the Bears move in a different direction? Now, there's a couple of different directions they can move, but today we're only going to talk about Cam and should the Bears really think about trading for him this offseason. Now, there's kind of a two-part answer to this question. The first answer is hell yes, the Bears should trade for him. And this is why I say we should. Number one, I can kind of sense that Nagy is starting to lose the faith in Trubisky. And we've got to remember, Trubisky was not the quarterback of his choice. He was somebody that was already there from the previous realm of John Fox and his regime. It wasn't a guy that Nagy really had conversations with to bring to Chicago. He was a guy that was already in the fold, already in the Bears' plans as he took the head coaching job of the Bears. Now, the thing that we have to remember, yeah, Mitch Trubisky had a solid season last year, but there were still a ton of moments where he didn't look like the quarterback of the future, i.e. the Week 14 matchup last season against the Rams, who we oddly enough we play this Sunday. Trubisky ended up throwing 3 interceptions. He did throw a late touchdown pass on a creative play, but he really did not look solid in that game. He was a Pro Bowler last year, but the way that he is playing this year is making it seem like that was a bit of an aberration. And Cam Newton, despite the injury history, in my opinion, he will bring more of a presence to the Chicago Bears as far as leadership and as well as his strong play. Cam Newton is one of those guys that can really step into Nagy's offense, and he can really change the dynamic because of his athletic ability and also his strong arm talent. And I think he can get more out of the offense and more out of the receivers and the weapons that the Bears have around him versus what Mitch Trubisky is doing. I think Cam Newton is a little bit more accurate with his throws than Trubisky, even though he does throw off his back foot a lot as well as Trubisky. But I think Cam Newton's intelligence for the game and also the accuracy that he has over Trubisky will be a big improvement in the Chicago Bears offense. And not to mention that Cam Newton, everybody says that he's kind of like an all-to-himself guy, not a leader. But in my opinion, I think Cam Newton is a really good leader. He is one of those guys that is going to get the team rallied around him. And I think Trubisky's style is a bit more sensitive, and I don't think he's being able to handle a lot of the pressure that it comes to be with the Chicago Bears quarterback. And with the roster that we have, I think Cam Newton is more mentally equipped to kind of handle the entire pressure that it is to take this team to where we had aspirations this offseason, and that is to the playoffs and potentially a Super Bowl, as Cam Newton has already been an MVP of the league and already has appeared in a Super Bowl. Mind, he did not play great in that Super Bowl, but he has that experience and leadership that could be a big help to the Chicago Bears team going forward. And the second part answer is why I say no, the Bears are not going to go there, and I think this is going to be more likely the route. Number one, the Bears don't have a lot of draft picks, as they traded a lot of their draft picks to acquire Khalil Mack and acquire the pick to obtain Anthony Miller. Now, the Bears are not known to make big type of quarterback deals. Well, I take that back. We did acquire a trash quarterback, number 6. I'm not going to mention the man's name, but I just don't think the Bears are going to take that risk again. And also, I also think the Bears are not going to take that risk because I don't think they're willing to pay the money that Cam Newton is going to obtain on the market. If the Panthers even cut him or they get traded for him, I think the price is going to be too high for the Chicago Bears to really go in that direction. As much as I would like to see that happen, because Mitch Trubisky, I have lost 100% faith in him, and I think it's really time for a change at the quarterback position. I just don't think the Bears will pay the price that it will take to acquire Cam Newton, even though it will be the best decision for their offense. I just don't see the Bears front office going that route. They're probably going to keep Trubisky and keep this rookie contract and keep him under that big top dollar, because when you acquire Cam Newton, you're going to have to end up paying him top dollar, especially if he plays well. And I just do not think the Bears are willing to pay that price to obtain that and to get that going forward. I think the Bears they're historically not a franchise that goes and spends a ton of money on quarterbacks, and also a franchise that is not really going with the times to get an athletic black quarterback. Yeah, I said it. The Bears had chances to get Mahomes and Watson in the draft at the year that they drafted Trubisky in 2017, but they chose to go to Trubisky, and it's turning out to be a big mistake. And Cam Newton is a quarterback that can really kind of get this team going back on the right track, but the Bears, I don't think, will pay the high price that it will be to obtain Cam Newton. Now, in my opinion, I would love to see Cam Newton in a Bears uniform. I would love to see him perform in Matt Nagy's offense and the system. I think he's more better equipped for the system than Trubisky is, in my opinion. He has more of the mental makeup to be great in this system, but the Bears are not going to pay that price. And I think the Bears are going to end up sticking with Mitch Trubisky when all is said and done. But that is all I have for you guys. I am your boy APW Sports. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And also click the notification bell to be part of the Noti gang. And also follow me on social media. The links will be below: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Handles APW Sports. Other than that, I am signing out. See you guys next time. Peace out.
I wanna say thank you to my mom and my daddy for making love the night that you had me. Wanna thank my friends, my sister, and my brother.